Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new video showing off my October daily for 2022. If you watched my prep video, you'll know I reused this album from last year. I just took out what was in it and threw it away and restarted for this year. And I don't think this will get reused. This might be my last year doing October daily. I'm not sure I really feel the urge to do it again, but at least you can see it for this year. This is a 4x6 album from SEI, so all of my pages are 4x6, and this year I did not do any sequins. I didn't do anything with my fuse tool. I kept it very, very simple because I was actually traveling for 10 days of this month, and so I knew I wasn't going to have time to go and do anything too crazy. All right, so here is day one. I pretty much used a full 4x6 photo. Cropped it down a little bit, and then one thing I chose to do, as I did last year, was I always do some kind of something for the date. So it's usually a little label, something that makes it stick out from everything else. So I have a lot of labels. This one I stamped on, but I used a lot of number stickers just to use them up. I don't tend to use numbers a lot in my scrapping, so this is a great way for me to use them. But here, this is stamping. And then here you can see I've switched to number stickers for these, but I still have the labels of some kind, whether they're circular, rectangular, square, whatever. I have something that designates that date, and I like it because it makes it feel consistent throughout the whole album. And then here I didn't even do any writing on it or anything. I just did some chipboard embellishments that I had. Those are all from Echo Park. And then I have puffy stickers. Those are also, I did an Echo Park warehouse sale a while ago. So a lot of the fall stuff like this is from that sale. I figured, well, I might as well use up the stuff. So I have that, and it worked out well. I got to use a lot of it here. So there's another tag with the number sticker. Same thing here. And this one's very simple, just around the neighborhood. Took a picture of the plantings that our association has, because they felt very fall themed. Summer colors looked very different than what they put in for the fall. And then for day 6, it was my first spooky layout. So this was at a Walmart where I was shopping, and I liked him, and so I put him in there. And then this was all I had done before I left on my trip. I left on the 10th of October, but I was also gone on a scrap retreat just prior to that. So I couldn't work on anything past the 6th, really. So all the rest of this got done once I was back. So another sticker there, some more of those Echo Park puffy stickers, a simple phrase, that's it. And then this layout is actually the only 2-page spread in the entire album, because I had just enough pages to make it work for 31 days if I doubled up in one spot. So this was the day 8, that got the double page spread. And then day 9, this was the last day I was at retreat, and so I was just outside and took a picture of our local surroundings, and it was lovely. And so then here on day 10, it starts the travel photos. So what you're going to see for the next 10 days basically is all travel related, because I was out of the country. So here, this was really all I had other than pictures in airports for this day. So I chose to use that and just say, I'm excited for autumn in Amsterdam, which I was. And then here, back to the labels and stickers again, which I love. So I have day 11 in Amsterdam. This is also Amsterdam here, though I didn't write it. I may go back and write that in, but I may only keep this for a year. I think I'll remember that that was Amsterdam. And then day 13, we were actually in Brussels. And so this is a park that we walked through in the city. Day 14, we were still based in Brussels, but we went out to Bruges and Ghent that day. And so day 14, I featured Bruges because this was such a lovely setting here. And I just added one little extra embellishment here about fall, but kept this stuff pretty much the same. And in day 15, we left from Brussels and took the high-speed train to Lille, France, just over the border, and spent the day there. So I featured Lille for day 15. And day 16, still based in Brussels, we did spend the morning in Brussels, and then we went to Leuven in the afternoon. And so I featured Leuven because I liked these skeletons. I didn't see a whole lot of sort of creepy Halloween decorations while in Europe. I don't think they do it up as big as we do, but this McDonald's, for whatever reason, went all out. And so I had to feature some of their handiwork. And then day 17, we went back to Amsterdam because we flew in and out of Amsterdam. So we went back and we were treated to this gorgeous pink sunset that night. And so I wanted to put that in there, fall over the canals. And then on the 18th, it was pretty much travel day. We left Amsterdam kind of midday and then flew back. And we actually landed in Chicago, and we chose to stay over a night in Chicago so that the next day, the 19th, we could go to the shed, which we did. And so I wanted to feature this because they had a skeleton in their aquarium tank. And I've never seen that before. It's quite unique. And so I thought I would feature that for Halloween. And then the 20th, back in our own neighborhood. And I love this house, pretty much decorates up for Halloween every year. And so they had the spider webs going and the little mini graveyard and pumpkins and all the things. And I thought I would give it its proper due. And then the next couple of days were really just kind of hanging out in the neighborhood because I had long work days. I really didn't have time for anything else other than to just go on walks around the neighborhood. So that's what you're seeing here. But look at these lovely fall colors getting towards the back half of the month. And then this day was a Sunday, and I spent it pretty much just scrapping and crafting all day, and my cat was overseeing my work. And then on the 24th, just driving on the way to work, so I captured that. Definitely getting more yellow now than the red by this time. That was the 24th, so I wanted to feature that. And then 25th, there some woods near our house off our main streets. And I took a long walk that day through the woods. I really, really needed it. And so this was absolutely gorgeous. So I had to showcase that. So that was the 25th. And then on the 26th, I had ordered this book and it finally came. And I thought, well, I'm going to feature it because it's kind of Halloween-y, magical, all of that, because it's Tom Felton who played Draco Malfoy in the Harry Potter movies. And then the 27th, you can see here, all those red leaves are down pretty much, and they were all over this person's sidewalk. So have fun ranking that. So I put that in there because I didn't really have a lot of red in the beginning of the album. It much more came out in the second half of the month this year. It was way later this year than the previous year. So we must have had warm weather that held that off. And then here we are on the 28th. This is a different part of the neighborhood, and it's very yellow on this block for these particular trees. And I love yellow, so I didn't mind putting that in there. And then here it is really close to the end. This was the 29th. A friend and I went out to both the Minnesota Zoo and the smaller zoo that we have here. We did them both in one day. So this was at the big zoo, and I loved this theme for their pumpkin night this year. So I took a picture of that. And I love these candy corn stickers. Those are from Ellie's studio. And then on the 30th, I was actually working over the weekend quite a bit, and really I didn't have time for much on the Sunday other than to watch Practical Magic. And I wanted something Halloween-y, and so I chose an oldie but goodie, Practical Magic. And then for Halloween, my kids are older. They don't trick-or-treat anymore. We didn't really get anybody to hand out candy or anything, so I thought, well, we were allowed to wear costumes to work. So I wore my Hogwarts robe. I'm a Gryffindor. I would also accept a Ravenclaw, but my robe is Gryffindor. And so I took that to work, kept my wand at my desk, and just snapped a quick selfie with my mask off so that I could put it in my album. So very non-traditional colors for a Halloween day, but sometimes that's how it happens. So that is the entire album for 2022. I hope you enjoyed seeing it when it was completed. Thanks for watching.